It's been a very, very long time, and I have to say that I am glad that I am able to still record. You gotta excuse me. I just woke up and I like washed my face, and it was just like I needed to record this. Okay, so anyway, this is Conscious Community Connections, where we keep the community connected. Sorry, I'm fumbling already. This is 104.5 FM Urbana-Champaign. I want to read the disclaimer already. Views expressed are those of the speakers and are not intended to represent WRFU, UC, IMC, or Urbana Socialist Forum. So, I am going to start off by talking about, there's two parts to this, okay? Two parts. So, what we have been doing for the past couple of months now is recording live, and then we upload it, and then we send it in so it can be on the run, I should say, on the broadcast list. So we record early, and then we send it in, and then we are able to be heard at Saturday in the afternoon. So I have two parts to this video, okay, this show. All right, the first part, I want to talk about the 7 dimensions of wellness, and then the end of my show, I want to also give you some ways that you can reinvent yourself, because at this time right now, I've said it before, this cold or flu or whatever, pandemic, whatever, I don't want to say it, but you get what I'm saying. All of that stuff has really made the world stand still. It shut everything down. It gave people the opportunity to work on themselves, to reinvent themselves, to read more, to start a business, to look at what they wanted for the future in 10 years, 20 years. It really stopped. The world stopped. You were able to do something different. All right. You were supposed to utilize this time and find some time to reinvent yourself, to find some time to come up with some type of invention, to come up with a new artwork, an art piece, to come up with a new song, to write a new book. The world stopped. Plain as day. It stopped. All right. I can remember and reflect on a couple of, like last year, when I lost a lot of family members. All right. When I went through some type of depression, like literally, it was like postpartum depression. It hit me major. The world did not stop for me. It didn't. It kept going. But this right here, like it stopped the whole world. It like made the world slow down for a long period of time. Not one day, not 2 days, not a month. You know, it stopped. It slowed down. It did. You were able to grieve a little bit longer. You were able to relax a little bit longer. You know, you were able to sit in your house and do some work and get some stuff done. You were able to clean up the house. There was things that you could do during this time that you couldn't any other times. So utilize your time. All right. And we're still going through this. All right. And I don't want to say what's going to happen in the future, but if the world stops again or it slows down, you need to really utilize your time. You do. I hope and pray you do. All right. So right now I'm going to go over the 7 dimensions of wellness. And I think we need to talk about this because some people don't know and understand that you need a balance. All right. In your life, you need a balance of a lot of things. All right. If your body is more acidic than alkaline, you're going to have a problem, and eventually it causes diseases. That's clear. Self-explanatory. You can read it in the book and the research. The more acidic things that you take in, the more than likely you're going to create disease in your body. And that's dis-ease. Okay? So when we talk about balance, you need to balance 7 dimensions of wellness. We're going to go through it, and then I break it down just a little bit so you can like figure it out what I'm talking about when we break down the 7 dimensions of wellness. All right. So I'm reading off my little notes, and they are a little bit messed up for real. I don't know how to write. I feel like I'm writing like a doctor, like you scribble. Yeah. Real easy to read, I guess. So 7 dimensions of wellness. All right. Social wellness, emotional wellness, intellectual wellness, spiritual wellness, environmental wellness, physical wellness, and occupational wellness. These 7 should be balanced. All right. It's a big circle. If you Google it, it's a big circle. So it's almost like the circle of life. These are the 7 points, even though there's more. These are the 7 basic points that you should focus on. Okay. And the most important one, we'll get to it, but you need to be able to recognize that there is some type of, what, I'm gonna mess this word up. It's called cyclical. Dang, I messed it up. I know I did. You get what I'm talking about. It's like a cycle. I can't get it. It's too many syllables. My tongue being lazy this morning. But anyway, it's like a cycle. Everything is like a cycle, a circle. All right, like the circle of life. So social, you need to have a well-balanced diet, I should say, of social interaction. Okay, you should be able to talk to people. All right, you should really be able to understand what that person is saying and to communicate with that person. It takes 2 people when you're talking about communication. Okay, you need to be able to listen to that person and understand what they're saying. All right, and then you need to be able to receive the information and understand the information as well. All right, so it's 2 people. It's the speaker and the listener, period. All right, so being social is great. We are social beings. We want to interact with one another. We want to talk to one another, and we should talk to one another. All right, we should not suppress what we want to say to others unless it's going to hurt that person's feeling like really hard and mess them up or trigger them to do something crazy. All right. So being social is great. All right. Talk about it. Talk about your problems, but don't keep repeating the same problem over and over again, because that leads to more negativity. All right. So negative plus a negative equals a negative. So the more you talk about negative things, the more likely you're going to talk negative things to other people. And then the more you think about negative things. All right. So you need to be a lot positive. All right. Be around more positive people. Have positive friends. Read positive things. Be social. Be positive. All right. It's a balance though, because our mind likes negative things. It does. I don't know why, but it just has a negative charge, I should say. We think about those negative things, but the more positive that you put into your circle, your group of your circle networking, you know, the more likely you're going to be positive. All right. Yes, I'm up early in the morning to talk about this, getting it done. All right. I know you haven't seen me in a while, but yeah, you can tell. I didn't just wake up, but I just woke up. And I don't care how my hair looks. This is how I had it yesterday. I ain't fluffed it up. All right. Social. Be social. Stay positive, please. Okay. Speak positive things. Be around positive people. All right. So that's your social network and social wellness. You need to have a well-balanced diet of socialism. Look how I put that together. I write too many papers. Y'all gotta excuse me. All right. So emotional wellness. Emotional wellness is, man, these all important. Emotional wellness is, oh, very important. Okay. And I mean, very. I just messed my hair up. You gotta excuse me. But emotional wellness is very important. So your feelings matter. They do. Other people's feelings matter as well. But you need to be aware of how you're feeling. But you need to be aware of what those feelings are. Because you have physical triggers, and then you have mental triggers. Or you have physical attributes that start to tell you how you're feeling. All right, so physically, I can start to sweat on my nose, and I know I'm getting kind of heated or angry. But also, I sweat on my nose when I am nervous. All right, so basically, they're one and the same, but the nervous part can lead to anger. But at the same time, I need to know the difference. Okay, so I need to know that I'm nervous and not angry. I need to know that I'm feeling under the weather and not heartbroken. All right, I need to know the difference between those. So the more you stay in tune with yourself, and then you ask yourself, well, how am I feeling? And then why I'm feeling this way, then you can really figure out, like, emotionally, I am aware. And that's that emotional intelligence. You're aware of how you're feeling. You're aware of why you're feeling that way. Then you're aware of who made me feel that way, and I shouldn't let that person have the power over my emotions or me. All right. So emotional intelligence is very important. All right. You should be aware of how you're feeling, and then you should be able to let someone know how you're feeling. I'm feeling sad today, and the reason why is because you didn't call me yesterday. And the reason why I'm feeling this way is because I expected you to call me every day. That's not simple, though. Some people are so out of sync with how they feel that they don't know that they're feeling that way. But if you start to pay attention to your body, to your mind, then you can actually see what's going on. Okay, so emotional intelligence. All right, emotional intelligence is key. Understand how you're feeling, why you're feeling that way. Okay, and really dig down in deep and figure out, where did this feeling come from? Why am I reacting this way? Because a lot of people react and respond to life because they were hurt in the past, because someone did something wrong to them. All right. So emotional and wellness, all right, it's very key, all right, and it's very sensitive. I am a sensitive person, so I don't deal with emotions well. It's like, don't come to me with no emotions. You can throw those out the window. I'm sorry. I don't want to talk about those. All right, but I'm aware of that. All right, I'm a grown woman. Don't want to deal with it, but I'm aware that that's what happens to me. All right, I'm very sensitive, and I'm a crybaby. So, yeah, we don't want to talk about that. We ain't talking about me, remember? So, intellectual. All right, intellectual wellness. All right. We're talking about the mind. We're talking about the knowledge, the wisdom, the things that you consume, all right? The things that you read, the things that you have put together, pieced together, problem solved. All right, so intellectual wellness. You need to be well versed on what you're reading, what you're looking at, what you identify with, what you don't like. Those type of things are intellectual, okay? Intellectual wellness is key as well. All right, all these are key as well, because it can help you be aware or become aware of your emotions, become aware of your what you're thinking and why you're thinking that way with your decisions. All right. Also, it goes hand in hand with the social. All right. So what you know and what you read, you're going to more than likely be around like-minded individuals. Okay, what I read and what I consume will dictate who I want to be around, who I want to socially interact with. All right, so intellectual also ties into the emotions as well, where it'll let me know, oh, this is how I'm feeling and this is why I'm feeling that way. Well, let me read a little bit more of why I get the seasonal blues. I forgot what they call it. It's like a depression during a certain time of the year where people get a little bit more depressed. All right, and that's when there's less sun, pretty much. You know, especially in the Midwest. So intellectual. All right, it's what's up here. All right, it's what's in the mind, what's in the brain, what's going on. So the more that you read, the more that you relate to those things that you're reading, the more than likely you're going to have a balance of all of these 7. All right. So there's no one above the other on this particular wheel. Okay. They all tie in hand in hand. Okay. They all do. So the next one is spiritual. This one is very, very big. We're not talking about religion. Okay. I had to slow it down right there. We're not talking about religion, honey. We're not. We're talking about spiritual. All right. That spiritual being, that third voice, second voice, only voice, I don't know. But that spiritual aspect of us. All right. There's a great video that expresses this third voice, I should say. I don't know. It's just like another voice. Okay. But the guy, the guy basically holds up a sign and tells his audience to say or read what the sign says, and not to speak it out loud, but to say it in your head. Okay, so that spiritual voice that basically speaks and talks, but doesn't talk in the physical form, the reality form, the cosmetic energy right now that's going on right now. This particular space, you're not actually projecting that. You're not speaking it out loud. Okay, you're saying it in your head. So that spiritual being, that voice right there, tapping into that voice. All right, that voice tells you a lot of things. That voice is connected to Earth. All right, to the universe. That voice is connected to your ancestors, however you want to call it. That voice is connected to your mother that passed away when you were 5. That voice is connected to your grandmother that passed away when you were 19. That voice, we're talking about that voice. All right, so your spiritual being, your spiritual wellness, you need to take care of that. That should be balanced as well. All right. In order to balance that, you must tap into it. You must listen to that voice. All right. And sometimes some people will call it your intuition, your gut feeling, that particular voice that I'm talking about, that spiritual being. All right. That spiritual being needs to be fed as well. Okay. I can't tell you what to feed that spiritual being, but you will know. All right. So in order to tap into that wellness, that spiritual aspect, you need to start meditating or doing some type of alone time or some mindfulness. All right. And that is when you just take 5 minutes out of your day, 15 minutes. It doesn't matter. All right. And you can do this while you're eating. You could do this while you're in the shower. You could do it while you are driving through a rural town and you're just looking at all the scenes. This is clearing your mind and head of that clutter stuff and actually listening to that voice, being aware of what's going on inside of you. Okay, That's that spiritual wellness. You need to be balanced, period. All right. That spiritual wellness goes hand in hand with the intellectual part. What are you reading? What are you consuming? That makes up your spiritual wellness. All right. Your emotional being, your emotional wellness, that also goes hand in hand with the spiritual. And your social, who you're hanging around, who are you listening to? That goes hand in hand with your social wellness. Okay? Work on it. Work on it. That voice tells you when to turn and when not to turn. That voice tells you, oh, something is going on today. Something might happen bad. You need to stay away from that place or that person. Okay? Environmental. We getting through this. Don't rush me. Don't rush me, honey. We ain't gonna be long at all. Okay? So, environmental wellness is, that's self-explanatory as well. So where you're living, where you're laying your head, the neighborhood, the community which you live in, the state, the the country, all of that is your environment. Okay? So what I try to do is I try to recycle the best way I can. I try to clean up my house and clean up the air. All right. I do a lot of spiritual saging, I should say. I sage, what they call it. I don't have it in my head right now, but they call it something, whatever. It's not coming right now. So saging, it's gonna come to me. But my environment, I set it up to where it has a flow to it, like a feng shui. Okay, it has a flow to it. So a lot of the space that I'm in is not cluttered, or I don't have a lot of things in my home. I get rid of a lot of things that I'm not using. So in my environment, in my home, in the four walls that I have a lot of space in order to where the energy can travel and flow, and there's nothing blocking it. All right. And I'm increasing the positive space that's in this atmosphere. So everything has its own potential energy. Okay. Everything has its own potential energy, so I give it enough space to be here, to have that positive energy. All right. So environmental wellness. My environment, it has a positive feel, a positive charge about itself. So if you come into my house, you feel the serene feeling, you feel the love, you feel the positive energy. There's no negative energy. Okay. Some days it is, but most likely it's soft colors. Okay. You can tell, like, it's soft colors in my house. All right. I even have like fake plants. Ooh, you can't even see it. I'm not even gonna do it, but I have just plants in my house. I have more than 10 plants. All right. And I have to bring those in and get them into my environment so I can feel the love, feel the vibe, and it clears the air as well. So my environment has those lively attributes about itself. Okay. So I love plants. I like greenery. I like things that have different colors as well, but I love and embrace the positive feel that's in my house. Okay. So be aware of what's going on in your environment. All right. If you need to start cleaning stuff out, clean it out. Get rid of those bad feelings by getting rid of furniture or things that remind you of the past, or things or people that remind you of something toxic. Okay. So I don't know. environment, you know, get rid of certain pieces that hold that negative energy. Okay. Like I have some things that is, you know, gonna happen brand new to my house, even though it's only been 2 years. I'm going to get rid of this old table that I had. There's nothing really wrong with the table. It's just I've had it for too long. I had it more than 5 years. More than, I think, 8 years. I've had this table and the chairs. But it holds too many memories. Like, who all ate at that table? My kids ate at that table. Different people ate at that table. You know, like, I don't want that anymore. I'm in a brand new house. I can get a brand new table. I don't need that table anymore. I've had it too long. Or what I went through during that process, it kept all of that energy inside that table, and I no longer want to see it anymore. I can replace that table with something new and start over again. Okay? Environmental wellness. Have that balance, please. Physical wellness. Okay? Physical wellness. Oh gosh. This is touchy. And the reason why is a lot of people neglect their physical being, their physical presence. A lot of people neglect it. Okay? And I have to just throw American diet under the bus. American Standard Diet, ASD, whatever they call it. American Standard Diet is trash. Give me 1 second. Sorry. So American Standard Diet is trash. It's not good. It ain't good. It never was good. We need to talk about a lot of things on this show, because some things Americans have done is made something so profound in the society that everyone says, hey, that's tradition, we should just keep it going. No, get rid of it. It's not good. All right, so physically, we should, good morning. Physically, we should take care of ourselves. All right, we should have a good like exercise routine, yoga, I don't care what it is, movement. All right, some type of movement. All right, you can do weight training, you can do aerobics, you can do cycling, you can do kickboxing. I don't care. It's just movement, okay? You don't even really have to necessarily call it like exercise. It's just movement, all right? Physical, also, our physical appearance, all right? Some people aren't able to, you know, get the nice clothes, all right? Some people aren't able to actually lose weight at a rapid rate. You know what I'm saying? Some people's immune system is not that good. All right. So physically, you need to take supplements, detox. I mean, get yourself to going. Oh, look, you trying to put me on the spot, Alicia? Not this morning. Don't do it. Oh, Alicia said you're going to do a yoga session live on here one day. I don't know. Probably. I'll do it. I'll do it. It won't even, yeah, I'll do it live one day. Yes. I will. One day. All right. It'll be soon. One day. But physical wellness, you need to take care of yourself. You really need to move your body and get your body to moving, because if you think about it, we have a lot of systems in our body. All right, we have the reproductive system, the endocrine system, we have the respiratory system. I'm not going to go through all of them, and no, I don't know every one of them yet. All right, soon I will. Don't do me like that. All right, but all of those, you need to take care of those. All right. And then some people, or the food that we eat does not give us all of the minerals that we need. Period. All right. So you might need to do some supplemental therapy. That's what I'm going to call it for now. You might need to take some type of supplement in order to get your body back in balance. Cause I know me, I'm young, but my hormones are off. Clearly, they're way off. All right. I've used different things in the past that clearly threw everything off, such as like using an IUD or something, some type of birth control that could throw everything off. So now I'm trying to get myself back in balance physically. All right. And that it's a tough thing to do. It is. But physically get yourself together. Okay. Take care of yourself. All right. Wash your face. All right. Like I use like 3 ingredients to use like a little scrub, and it clears my face up on when I wake up in the morning. It looks great. All right. That's all I gotta say. Take care of yourself. All right. You get out of the shower, put some lotion on. You need it. But make sure you're being aware of those chemicals in the lotion. All right. So physical wellness, take care of yourself physically. All right. Do your hair. I can't talk. All right. Don't talk about me. Do your hair. Make yourself look good. Smell good. Brush your teeth. Some people better be stinking. We gonna hurry up and go on with the physical. But it goes hand in hand with the environmental. All right. If you're not in an environment that, embraces physical appearance, then you may lack certain things. Or where you are or where you live may actually hinder your physical wellness. All right. Spiritual, intellectual, emotional, and social. All of those have an effect on how you look physically. Okay. Occupational. Big one. Not everybody has occupational right now, so we can do 6 dimensions of wellness. But at the same time, in our society right now, we need to be working. We should work. That's what they pushed on us. So occupational is very big because you need the fiat currency. I don't know if I said it right, but that's how it came out. The fiat currency, the currency, all right, of right now is the note. The Federal Reserve notes, all right? And some people put this on a high pedestal. I'm about to get that bag, that woo, wop the bam. But they don't even know that credit is a little bit, credit is a little bit better than cash, all right? Period. But occupational, it's a big thing, all right? It really, people look at like where you work to figure out who you are. People really look at those things. So occupational, you need to have a relationship, a social relationship at your job, because you have a family at your workplace. Okay. And it should be balanced. All right. You should be able to talk to people at your job. All right. It should not be a toxic relationship at your job every day where you feel like crap, or where you go in there and you have a problem, or where you go in there and it's just not right and you stress out every day. And then on Monday you have a problem, like you feel sick, or you have a headache, or you have a heart attack, and all of these other things. This goes hand in hand. Occupational, you should really be finding and figuring out, hey, can I get another job? Or, hey, can I talk to someone so we can work this out because I don't feel right at this job? Whatever it may be, occupational is very big. And I have to be honest, and I'm going to let you know, keep it real with you. There's 2 places that I worked and I had the same toxic relationship every single time. It wasn't right. The boss, the boss on down, okay? It wasn't right. One was just a place where it was just nothing but gossip, and they just wanted to know your business. They didn't care about nothing else. They just wanted to know your business. And this was ran by people that I don't even want to tell you the demographics and the age. But these people didn't have any positive things to say. They were more negative than anything. And they love coming to work to do just that. Talk crazy. And worry about somebody else's problems. Anyway, we ain't gonna go into all that. So, occupational wellness. All right, it's big, very, very big. So, you should have a place that you really like, and you're passionate about going to that place, and you really want to move up and be promoted, or you really like this particular place. Occupational is very big. All right, so that is the 7 dimensions of wellness. I went through that real quick. I think I did. I don't know. Whatever. I'm just trying to hurry up because I got some meetings that I have to do. And then my team, I have to, they don't even know, well, Alicia know I'm on here now, but they didn't even know that I was going to get on here. All right. And I just wanted to make sure that I got on here. You guys see me. Somebody reminded me and was like, it's been 90 something days. You haven't been online. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm still alive. I'm still here, but I got so many things I have to do. And I'm sorry to put CCC radio on the back burner, but I'm here. All right, I'm well. And yes, I look like I've gained some weight. And no, I just gained all the weight that I needed back. All right, I did my detox and I'm still cleansing and healing. But, you know, I look a lot better. I know I do. Yeah, I know. So anyway, 7 dimensions of wellness. Social wellness, emotional wellness, intellectual wellness, spiritual wellness, environmental wellness, physical wellness, occupational wellness. These are all things you can look up on your own. Just Google it. 7 dimensions of wellness. Okay? There's 8 dimensions, 9 dimensions. There's a lot of dimensions of wellness, but 7 dimensions is the main one that I grew a liking to. All right? And what my go-to when I talk about wellness. All right, so let's move on to the second part. All right, I know I blabbed on, so maybe I should do my little disclaimer. All right, so this is Conscious Community Connections, where we keep the community connected. This is 104.5 FM, Urbana-Champaign. Views expressed are those of the speakers and are not intended to represent WRFU, UC, IMC, or Urbana Socialist Forum. I do need to do a little shout out to Aim for Peace. They have a little PSA, I should say, of against gun violence, basically. So please make sure you're listening and tuning in. And if you want to do some type of promotional underwriting, let us know. We can be reached at CCC 104. I ain't even gonna do that. Let me take that back. I'm sorry. I don't know in my heart. I'm sorry. Just go ahead and email me at hjrose03@gmail.com or foreverhealingus@gmail.com. I'm sorry. I think CCC 1045 @gmail.com. I think that's it. It's on my phone and it's written down. But excuse me, I'll put it in the comments later. All right? Don't do me like that. I got too much going on. All right. Anyway, I know I'm funny. Somebody told me I was. All right. So this is when we get to the reinventing. All right. With the 7 dimensions of wellness, you may be able to notice that you're lacking certain things and that you feel like you need to increase on something or decrease on something. All right. So there's too much of this. There's too much of that. Not enough this, not enough that. So when you look at these things, you might say, hey, I need to reinvent myself. I need to do something different. All right. So you get a point of time in your life where you feel like you need to reinvent yourself. All right. So at a point of time in my life, I needed to reinvent myself. And what I did physically was cut my hair off. And I think I did that like twice. I whacked it off. I had I had some waves, baby. All right, 360. I did it. But then after that, I was like, whatever. But reinvent yourself. All right, reinvent yourself. There's different ways you could do that, but at the same time, you need to reinvent yourself. All right, you should die daily. All right, that's in the great book. You should die daily, and that means you need to get rid of those old ways. All right, and wake up a new person. All right, so why you should reinvent yourself? You get to a point where you just plateau. All right, so I got my little notes. You feel like you can't progress. You can't go any further. You feel like there is a cap or you plateaued. All right, you get to the point where you just right there. Like right there. You can't go any further. Okay? You feel like you're too comfortable with the normal. Okay? So these 3 or 4, whichever ones I said, but that's when you should reinvent yourself. Why you should reinvent yourself is because you feel too comfortable with the normal. You feel like you plateaued. You feel like you can't learn anymore at a place. You feel like you can't at your job. You can't move up. You can't become a manager. So I'm sorry, you might as well leave if you want to do that. You feel like you learned a lot in this particular subject that you can't possibly learn anything else. So you need to find something else to learn. This is why you should reinvent yourself. This is why you should start to change. Include some more self-development. All right? Empower yourself. I'm doing the empowering right now. I'm sending it to you. Do it. I'm not telling people to go cut their hair, but it's you can do it. It's gonna grow back. Hopefully. There's some bald-headed people around here. All right, sorry. All right, how to reinvent yourself. Ask yourself, what do you want to learn, basically? So you're going to ask yourself these questions, what you want to learn, what you want to do, what you like, that type of thing. What haven't you done in your life right now? Even if you're 19 right now and watching this, what do you want to learn about? Because we are beings that love pleasure. All right? We love pleasure. But then we are beings that want to grow. We are beings, we are supposed to grow. We are supposed to keep learning for the rest of our life. We should not stop. Okay? We want to. We need to. It's in us. It's embedded in us. Okay? So you need to feed that part of you. All right? So basically, how to reinvent yourself. Ask yourself, what do you want to learn? Start reading. Read something every day, or read some things that you learn, some things you never learned about. Like right now, I'm taking a class about art, even though I'm sorry, but I got that senioritis right now. I swear, I'm tapped out, but I need to learn about the pastel colors, the hues. I need to learn about, it's called, DBA, Discipline-Based Art Education. I'm learning about that right now. I never knew about it. But it ties into our educational system. How the teachers and the students and the school system, the Department of Education, how they have regulated certain things in education, and where they only embrace European artists and artwork. And just recently, like less than 30 years, they weren't doing the multiculturalism. Less than 30 years. So these are the things that you should learn about. Different topics. Pick a topic, learn about it. All right? So, how to reinvent yourself. Change your appearance. I already said cut your hair. Everybody doesn't need to cut their hair. I'm letting you know now. Don't do it, honey. You're a little bit too big in the head. I cracked myself up. That's wrong, ain't it? Okay. Calling people big heads. All right. Yeah, change your appearance. So, sometimes I have to refer to me because I'm only talking about me. Sometimes I have to get rid of certain clothing, all right, in which may hold some type of energy, or I can remember when I was doing this and it was during a whatever. All right, I get rid of those old clothes and I increase certain clothing. Okay, so I get rid of my my everyday workout shirts for more of a business attire. All right, and I do silky polyester button-ups. All right, so that's where I'm at right now. I'm getting rid of those clothing and I'm increasing what I really want during this time. So during this time, I'm going to get back to the business casual attire for me, rather than the workout and the, comfortable clothes. I'm getting rid of those. All right. So change your appearance. So on my appearance, most of the day will be business or business casual. Okay. That's what I'm moving towards. All right. So change your appearance. All right. So if you want to start learning how to do makeup, start putting on some eyeshadow or something. Put on some lipstick. Men, you could start doing other things as well. Decrease the Jordans that you have in your closet and start including some type of business casual shoes, that type of thing. Okay, change your appearance. All right, that's how you can reinvent yourself. Change your goals and plans. Reinventing yourself, this is a big factor. Okay, so my goal as a professional is to learn more about teaching in the classroom, but I need to teach certain topics. Like I have to teach the students how to write a resume. Even though I know how to write a resume, but teaching young adults from 16 to 24 is totally different. All right? So I can tell my daughter, go ahead and get it done, just copy it. But she's like, I don't know how. You want me to just copy it? And then when she copy it, I get an attitude. I need to learn how to teach these things. Walk them through it. Have patience. So that's one thing. That's one goal that I'm going to do. So the plan that I will have is to learn about it first. Read about it next. Come up with a actual agenda for the day and then execute it. That's my plan. Simple. All right. So change your goals and plans. You could do this on a daily. You could do it on a weekly, that type of thing. Once you start having a goal and a plan, you can start working towards changing who you are. All right. It'll come. It'll come. So here go their crazy little writing. I can't even read my own writing. Start waking up early. Ooh. This is a big thing. So with the circadian clock, we are all on the circadian clock, even the birds. All right, the birds, they don't have no alarm clock. They go off the temperature, most likely, of the earth, as well as the sunset. Okay, so when they see that the temperature is dropping at night, sun is going down, they're going to sleep. All right, soon as it start rising, the temperature start rising, and the sun starts to set, they are up. All right. So we're all on this circadian clock. And at the same time, we should get up early enough. All right. And get ourselves ready and prepared for the day. All right. We should have a routine for that day. So sometimes I have to check my phone because I have everything in there, which tells me what I'm doing for the day. All right, some people have to check their written down schedule for the week. Some people must light their sage in the morning. Some people must make their coffee in the morning. There should be a routine in the morning, but you should get up early enough so that you're not rushing. If you rush anything, it doesn't go good. It doesn't go right. It doesn't go your way. All right, so you should not rush your morning. All right, you should take your time. But at the same time, you should be productive in the morning. So waking up early is great. I used to wake up at like 3:30, 4:30, about 4:30. About 4:30. Sometimes I was waking up that early, but about 4:30, it was good. I was able to get certain things done. But this stuff that went on, this pandemic that went on, kind of messed everything up. So I done got kind of lazy, but I still wake up at 7 in the morning. Regardless, I wake up, and that's just my go-to. Even if I go to sleep up at like 1. Yeah, I still wake up at about 7. So wake up in the morning. Wake up early. All right. So next is read, plan, and execute. Yeah. So, you know what you want to learn about. You read about that topic. You plan it out. Like I said, make a goal and a plan to then execute that goal. All right? 3 steps to that. All right? Read, plan, and execute. Need new friends. Oh, how to reinvent yourself. That's on there, huh? Need new friends. You need new friends. All right, especially if you're around ones that aren't like-minded anymore, because some people change their mind about where they want to go and who they want to become, and you start to feel that clash, that toxic relationship. You start to feel that negative vibe from them. You start to feel like, oh my gosh, they keep saying the same crazy stuff every day and I don't want to hear it. Or they keep arguing with me and I don't want to argue. You know? Yeah, get new friends. All right? And sometimes your friends need to be smarter than you. I have a lot of friends that are, or associates that have PhDs, that have master's degree, that know a lot about certain topics that I don't know about. So I need to be around them because I want to learn and I want to keep learning. All right. I don't want to stay that person that knows everything in the group. I don't want to be that person. All right. Because once you feel like you are the smartest in the group, everybody's going to come to you for an answer. Everybody's going to come to you for money and all of these other things. That's not cool. It's not cool because you're going to feel ran down and burn out very quick. Oh, here we go. How to reinvent yourself. Having a growth mindset, having some motivation, and affirmations. All right. So let's talk with the affirmations first. So affirmations is just affirming, an affirming sentence or statement. All right. So I am beautiful. That's an affirmation. I am going to complete my project before Tuesday. That's a goal, I should say. But affirmations, I can do it. All right. I am great. I am amazing. That's an affirmation. You should use that on a daily. If not, every other day, whenever you need it, whatever it is. Those are the positive statements that you can use. I am strong. Yes. Those are positive. All right. Those affirmations can help you. And that goes hand in hand with the emotional and intellectual, all of those dimensions. All right. So having that affirmation will actually increase that positive, that self-esteem that you need help with, or the confidence. All right. So motivation, that's the self-efficacy. We need to keep that at an all-time high. Being motivated. You must motivate yourself. You cannot rely on other people to do it, because sometimes they might fall short, or you might expect them to do something for you and you didn't voice what you expected from them, and then they dropped the ball and they didn't even know. So you need to get some type of motivation going. All right, listen to some motivational speaking engagements or conferences. Listen to some motivational speakers in the morning. I don't know. You need some type of motivation. Look at your kids. Look at your environment. Look at different people and be like, oh, you motivate me. I have a friend. She's younger than me. She motivates me, to keep going. All right. So Find your motivation and stick with it. All right? Growth mindset. I told my friend the other day that he had a fixed mindset about everything during this particular day, and he didn't want to hear nothing I had to say. But I said, you can't talk like that, especially not around me. I don't deal with that well. You have to have, I am capable. Yes, Alicia. Yes, I am capable to have a growth mindset. Affirmations and growth mindset kind of go hand in hand. So growth mindset is having a mindset in which you are willing to absorb and have an open, not thinking inside of a box. It's thinking outside of the box. I can complete a degree within 4 years. I can learn how to play the piano. That's having a growth mindset. I can do it. It is possible. Okay? I will try. All right? I will do it. That's a growth mindset. Having that is great and amazing. All right? Anything is possible. That is a growth mindset. I want to become the next senator. That's not me, but I'm just saying it's possible. Having that growth mindset is possible. Having that in your tools, having that in the back of your mind on a daily, that is great and amazing. Oh, I knew I missed something. I was supposed to go somewhere last night. Dang. That's all right. I'll go today. So, growth mindset. All right? Have a growth mindset about things. Not a fixed mindset. A fixed mindset is basically saying, I can't. I can't do it. I'm not that person. You are, though. You molded yourself into this person. Now, you are. And you can be. All right? Growth mindset. Speak it into existence. That law of attraction. We ain't gonna get into all of that. But yes, growth mindset. All right? How to reinvent yourself. Take a risk. Great. Take a risk. All right? Just be a risk taker. All right? There's nothing to it. Take a risk. All right? If I wear something, some fashionable item and wear it a particular way, I'm taking a risk of people looking at me like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? Why? Why did you do your hair this way? You know, just taking a risk. I don't care what people say. I don't. It was cute. It'll be cute once I get up and move around. But yeah, taking a risk. I take a risk on every single day. I do. I take a risk because it feels good. It puts me on the edge of being fearless. Okay? I'm taking a risk. I'm being fearless on a daily. Take a risk. See how it works out. Reinventing yourself. Think it through. All right? Make sure you're thinking about it. All right? That's that stop, think, act, and reflect type of thing. All right? That's that decision making. Think it through. Think about reinventing yourself. Stop and think about it. Think about it. Then you act that out. Act it out. Then you reflect on it. Like, was that a good thing that I did when I was trying to reinvent myself? Did it help me? Did it build my confidence up? Did it boost my self-esteem up at all? Did it make me feel good? If it did, keep doing it. It's all about you. It ain't about nobody else. It's about you. How you feel. Reinvent yourself. Make a goal and in 24 hours complete that goal. Reinvent yourself. Start doing that on a daily basis. I want to read this book. You might not be able to, finish that in 24 hours, but at least starting to read that book on that day, you can do it. Okay? Within 24 hours. I want to start to, exercise. All right, in 24 hours, you should be completing that task. All right, and include that some type of way in your day. Not in 3 days. Oh, this weekend I'm gonna go ahead and kick it. Then I exercise. You're more than likely not gonna do it. So do it within 24 hours. Reinvent yourself. How to reinvent yourself? One day. Oh, take one day at a time. All right. A lot of people are saying like, "Hey, Heather, you should come up with a cookbook for vegan stuff." I still eat vegan. Even when I go out to like sit down at a restaurant, I eat vegan. I do not eat people's meat at all. Not at all. Okay? So I take one day at a time. I can do what I want to now. But when I first started trying to incorporate the vegan eating lifestyle, I took it one day at a time. Then I probably, at first, I probably didn't take it one day at a time. I took it a week at a time. Then I got down to one day at a time. So I started to incorporate more fruits and vegetables and grains and stuff like that, and less meat. And I took that as like it was a week. So for 5 days I ate vegan. Then the last 2 days I was able to cheat. I should say I was able to eat the meat. All right. Then I got it down to where I was taking it one day at a time, and I ate like little bitty like things like a vegan cookie, you know, one day at a time. And then I eliminated that altogether too. Okay? One day at a time. All right. How to reinvent yourself. Accept your feelings, your shortcomings, and your failures. Accept them. All right. So these are risks that you take, and then you may fail. That's why you should take it one day at a time or a week at a time. I reinvent myself when I incorporated the vegan eating diet, the diet itself, the vegan diet. I reinvented myself. Like my well-being, my physical body is like, if something is too salty, I can taste it. Vegan lifestyle or the eating, my senses have enhanced. So if something is too sour or too salty or too sweet, I'm able to notice it and recognize it. Even though I'm not going to do this, if I eat a hot chip, fry, anything, I can taste the aftertaste. It's an aftertaste to it. It's like a chemical aftertaste. Something disgusting. All right. I should not have that. All right. If I eat a banana, I don't have an aftertaste. That's what I'm talking about. So accept your feelings, in which that also dictates what you like, what you don't like, what you may do in the future, and how you react and respond to life. Your shortcomings, you might come up short on a goal, but it's okay. Try it again. Okay? Your failures, like you completely failed a detox. Like you did something wrong and you learned from it. So next time, in which this is all about life has so many failures in it that it's the fact that you keep doing it over and over again, not in an insane way, but you try different regimens, you try different ways, you try different things in order to complete this task. All right, in which your lesson is like, oh, I did do that last time. Maybe I should try to incorporate something else and for a longer time. You learn from it. Okay? I'm not blabbing on. I got one more. Last one. How to reinvent yourself. Do it all over again. It's just on a cycle. Keep going. Keep doing it. Don't stop. All right? Do it all over again. So I am reinventing myself. My children. Sabrina was probably 6. Zach was probably 4. They not 2 years apart. But you get what I'm saying? they were during this time, and I cut my hair off. And I started doing certain things differently. But I knew for a fact that I wanted to be someone different than someone was trying to make me be or become. All right? So even years after that, I reinvented myself, and I started being a little bit more spiritual. All right? And walking in that spiritual like realm, like visually seeing things differently, feeling things differently, embracing things differently, you know, and trying to embrace the truth rather than the lies, and especially the lies that I was telling myself. All right. And now I'm at the point where I'm doing my healing, and I know it's going to be a forever type of thing. I'm reinventing myself even right now at this time, where I know that I reflect on a daily basis. If somebody has pissed me off, or if someone has brought to my attention how I reacted to something, I'm going to try to nip that in the bud that same day rather than waiting 17 months later. Okay? So I'm reinventing myself and doing some type of self-development. And that's basically what it is, self-development. Reinventing yourself is self-development. I'm working on that on a daily. I read. I pretty much kind of practice what I preach. I do. I've gotten to that point where at first I was doing like a promoting of a good health, good wellness, but I was still drinking. I nipped that in the bud. I didn't want any of my students to tell me I was a hypocrite. All right. I didn't want to be like a doctor in front of people and tell people don't smoke, but I'm smoking. Don't drink, but I'm drinking. Don't care for your body, but I'm not exercising or moving. You know, so that part right there, I'm on a forever path of healing, wellness, and taking care of myself. Okay. So I want you to do the same. So we went through 7 dimensions of wellness. We did the second part about which included why you should reinvent yourself, and then how you need to reinvent yourself. Some of these things I will probably update eventually in my lifetime, but overall, I should say I thank you for tuning in to Conscious Community Connections, where we keep the community connected. I really felt that this was the best show for today, just me by myself. Just to let you guys know that I'm still here, I'm still alive, and I'm still pushing the wellness, okay? Make sure you're taking care of yourself. And as I always tell my clients, my friends, be kind to yourself. Thank you.